Hello, everyone. Just a few words on the nature of the guru. And, there's a wide variety of gurus at various levels of ability. And one thing that kind of popped into my head was that the best gurus, you could say the most advanced gurus, are those that can deliver for the disciple regardless of the path that they've chosen. So, we've talked a little bit about Advaita, uh, jnana, sometimes called jnana path, the path of self-inquiry, bhakti path, path of devotion, uh, seva path, path of service, sometimes might be referred to as karma yoga. Raja yoga could incorporate several different aspects of this. But in any event, uh, basically there are many paths making it possible for individuals of a wide variety of temperaments to progress along depending upon their own personal inclinations. Some people are really drawn to bhakti, and that's where they excel. Some people are really drawn to seva, doing good works. That's where they excel. Some people want to go off into a cave, meditate, examine the nature of being, and find the truth that way. So many temperaments, many paths. And the best gurus, let's say, I would say the most advanced or the most capable gurus are those that can address the disciple regardless of the path he's chosen. You could find many gurus, let's say, who are focused on hatha yoga. That's so popular now in the West and globally. Yoga instruction, physical yoga instruction. So you could say these are gurus specializing in physical yoga. Of course, many of them would argue that there are spiritual aspects to that, but you could say the primary emphasis is a physical one, at least for many, especially the commercially oriented types of yoga. Um, but you also might find other gurus who excel in the devotional aspects of a spiritual path. And so they might speak only about devotion. They might encourage devotional practices, and that might be their primary emphasis. And therefore, the devotees or the people who participate in their groups or organizations have a primarily devotional direction of focus. And what I'm suggesting here is that there are some gurus that kind of go beyond that, in that they're capable of addressing devotees regardless of whatever path they're on. And of course, behind me here, Sai Baba is Satya Sai Baba, a great example of that. Amma, the hugging saint, another great example of that. Gurus, Ramakrishna, another one. Gurus who are able to provide exactly what is needed for the aspirant, regardless of their path and regardless of their position on the path. You could say that a person who's practicing bhakti for the first time is at a very different place in consciousness compared to someone who's been practicing bhakti for many, many years with a high level of intensity. So the guru is able to assess that and then deliver exactly the proper instruction or guidance for that aspirant at the time that it's needed. So I guess I'm just kind of referring to this or highlighting this in that, perhaps it's a good way to assess how competent a teacher or a guru is. How well do they provide instruction and guidance on a particular path, and how comprehensive are they? How able are they to treat aspirants with varying levels of need at varying points on the spiritual progression? Not to say that gurus who specialize in only one particular path are not good. It's just kind of a way of assessing, you could say, just larger ability, larger ability in terms of spiritual guidance. Now, of course, there is a whole range of gurus who are called gurus, and you could say they fall into the charlatan category. People who are using spiritual notions to make money. People who are using spiritual principles to mislead people or to teach inappropriate teachings. This would be a whole other category. And often, atheists or non-religious people, when they hear the word guru, this is the kind of guru that flashes into their head. And of course, there are examples of that. But I think if you do a little bit of research, you'll find that there are also some good gurus out there who are really sincerely walking the walk, talking the talk, and their teachings and their behavior reflect a principle that's worthy of further investigation. It at least highlights that they're not charlatans. They're doing good things. They're good. By their fruits ye shall know them. Their fruits are manifesting, and you can see the positive results of the fruits of their work. So anyway, would love to hear your thoughts about gurus, especially if any of you have had a close relationship with a guru. One thing I want to do is interview some devotees of gurus and try to flesh out this guru-disciple relationship, especially for atheists or non-religious folks, or perhaps folks of religious persuasions that are not familiar with this concept, this guru-disciple relationship. I want to kind of flesh that out and help people understand what that's about. A lot of people looking from the outside don't understand that relationship. They get misinterpretations about that kind of relationship. And although that relationship is sometimes abused, as with the charlatans we were discussing, there are also some good examples of this guru-disciple relationship. So would love to talk about that with some of you. Please contact me. The email address is roncookvegan@gmail.com, and I would love to interview any of you on these topics, any topics, Advaita, Bhakti, Seva, Karma Yoga, Hatha Yoga, name it. Spiritual topics of any kind. So talk to you soon. Bye-bye.